the Friday meetings and Monday meetings. We spoke in English for a year and a half.
Some people have lost their tongue.
I've totally lost my tongue. I've been spending the day sending messages to the whole planet.
We have 2 viewers on Instagram.
Oh,
hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello,
Nice to have you
Vershi06 and Gvidovich, I guess. And
Okay.
Finefin Augst. We have 3 viewers now.
Okay, cool. So, maybe we just say that we haven't officially started yet. They are 10 minutes before the official start, but in the meantime, you can gather all your questions to ask us. We have questions ready, of course, as well. But in the next 10 minutes, you'll see us just, doing our usual banter and just chatting between ourselves. Not doing much.
There are a couple of other things you can do in the meantime during those next 10 minutes. One would be watching the trailer. I believe you can watch it 6 times in 10 minutes. So, I've watched it roughly 127 times. So, I guess you could spend a lot more time than this. The second thing you can do is share the video with everybody you can think of.
Yeah.
And hit the bell and
subscribe
make sure
to our
you hit
channel.
the bell and you subscribe to our channel.
Yes, exactly. And tell all your friends about it. We're all doing something really exciting. You're gonna find out more in about 10 minutes.
Less than 10
share the link
minutes.
to everybody else that you know. And who is a musician or likes music.
So far, so good. We're broadcasting. I'm just checking all our social media.
Well, so far, not so good.
Survived. Every day is a new day.
So how do you feel after the cyber attack that you've endured?
It was a rough morning because it started quietly, and then all of a sudden, well, hello, something is wrong on the website. And the thing is that we were supposed to be delivering the first usable version of Play, but just for internal use, at the end of the week. And then here comes a full day of protection and resisting an attack, and a whole day of productivity went kaboom. It was productive because, we added a lot of needed features for the security part of the website, but they were planned for in 3 months. So.
And you, Flore, how are you feeling after the attack?
Well, that's what happens in the startup world, right? You wake up in the morning, you have a list that long about things you want to do, and it never goes to plan because you get, so many other new things that land on your lap, and you have to just take care of them because they are more urgent than the other ones on the list. But then you have the night, right? So during the night you can catch up on the things that were on your list, which is great.
But during the night you can sleep.
Yeah. So, well, sleeping I've heard is cheating, so no one sleeps nowadays.
And you, Sylvain?
Well, I was not concerned. Flore is taking care of the financial part of the issue. Antoine is taking care of the technical part of the issue. I can just keep on going, sending messages, and that's when Morgan came to me and asked for more audio edits, more sheet music edits, and I didn't do the things that I planned to do.
Either. Oh my god. Yeah.
The scale is not from low priority to urgent, it's from urgent to urgent square, urgent power 3. Urgent scale. it works.
Works.
It works.
Mm.
I had something to ask Michael, and we came up with a solution that would involve some backend code.
Oh.
And then he said, "I believe if we tell this to Antoine, he's going to be so pissed. We have to find another way to do this."
Smart move. Really smart move.
Yeah, I think I was on Discord 2 days ago, and I just saw, Discord is this server where you can just drop in, like it's a physical space, and you can start chatting with people from the team. And I saw Joël just hanging alone in the Discord salon, and we were having other meetings, and I actually finished 2 meetings on Discord, and I still saw Joël on the in the salon, and I was like, what is Joël doing? Like he really understands the meaning of Discord. So I went on it, and he's like, oh, I'm waiting for Antoine.
All
Because
by myself.
I know.
It was exactly that, and the fun part is that I did the same, but he had to go shopping or whatever, so we were expecting each other, and we were just not in sync. So it was Joël for 2 hours alone in the room, then I came, and Joël left, and then I had to leave 1 hour later, and it was this ping pong, this back and forth between us. It's been 10 days since I'm supposed to be working with him.
That's a crazy
Well,
ride.
well, if we don't have a cyber attack again, then maybe you can manage. Perhaps.
So just for our audience, who's Joe?
Joël is a developer that works in the tech team. So we have Michael, which is responsible for the website, and Joël and I handle the server part, and also Joël manages the player, the score player, everything related to the tech around music. And we are working together currently to develop all the all the server parts that are handling videos. So we were supposed to catch up because he's been working previous week alone, and we were supposed to work together since 10 days ago. And so we tried to catch up on Monday, and on Monday I was like, yeah, I'm done in 2 hours. It was at 10 a.m. And then at 4 p.m. I was like, I'm coming tomorrow.
So, technical question: the cyber attack. How long did it? How far did it put us behind? Technically,
a day.
a day.
And on the long run, it did not matter because as I said 5 minutes ago, I plan to do a full security audit in 3 months. Once the beta for play would have been ready, and before opening to a large audience. I still expect to do that with professionals in the security world, because that's we are going live on any country, and we saw today what happened. So when you don't go live, so it was the first step, but that was planned for 3 months.
Yeah, basically, you were also planning to maybe hire somebody who would do the job of the guys that
Exactly.
did it today in the morning.
But in the sandbox.
In the sandbox, and maybe with a broader spectrum of attacks.
Yeah. We will still do that because
We have Morgan commenting that we have very beautiful lights. Thank you, Morgan.
I wonder who bought them. It was nothing. Just
So for the audience, Morgan is our video producer and the mastermind behind the Kickstarter plan.
and our boss.
And our boss.
Yeah.
Our boss. So it's 6 p.m. Paris time, 5 p.m. GMT. So we are officially live for our Q&A. So feel free to comment below in our comment sections on all platforms where we are live. I'll be reading the questions to our speakers, Flore, Antoine, and Sylvain. So for those who don't know, can you please tell us about yourself? Who are you? What is your role in Jellynote?
Sure, I can start. So my name is Flore. I'm the CEO of Jellynote, and well, I take care of the general vision of the company. I'm involved in the products as well, in hiring, the finances, all the admin stuff, and so and I'm a musician too. I play violin and the guitar, and I'll tell more about my story with play later on. Let Antoine present
Okay.
himself.
So I'm Antoine. I'm the CTO of Jellynote. I handle all the technical team. So we are a team of 3 with freelancers joining us from time to time. I manage them. I work with Sylvain on the product side. So what do we create on the product way, and how do we do it? I do also most of the development on the server side, the security, all the data part and the infrastructure. And with Flore, I handle also the hiring for the tech teams and tech people that will be involved in the process. I tried to play the guitar, and so Joel, who is a guitarist, told me that my strings were way too harsh and I should change them. That's why I stopped playing the guitar.
That's the main reason, like always.
No, the right answer should have been because play is not live
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
If play was live, you would play more the guitar.
Sure.
But maybe you'll still be playing turntables on play.
So that's my main instrument, turntables currently. I'm learning since a couple of months to scratch. So I've been DJing since engineering school, and I still enjoy doing it from time to time at my house or for parties with friends.
Nice.
And now it's time for Sylvain.
Yeah, so I'm the CPO of Jellynote, which we kind of decided would be my title when we started this with Flore. And it actually means, well, I could have been an engineer, but in the end I became a musician. My main instrument is the guitar. I love traditional Vietnamese instruments that I happen to play pretty often too, since I've learned them already 7 years ago now. And at Jellynote, I've been involved in product quite a lot. And since we actually have professionals, they do the thinking about how technically it's going to work. At some point, I almost started doing that, but it was a bad idea. So I rather focused on quality of the sheet music, on the kind of sheet music, gathering the community, and making sure the music and the content that we have is top-notch.
We have a comment on YouTube from Keystring Composer. Really cool work, guys. Can't wait for play. We're excited too.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you. Yeah, we can't wait to play with you as well.
So let's start with questions from our subscribers and followers on social media. So first question, what's the personal story behind Play by Jellynote? Well, maybe we should all chime in. So let's start with Flore.
Yeah, sure. So as I said before, I play violin, and I learned it when I was younger for 7 years at the conservatory. And I just remember this experience as like both super great, because I really enjoyed the fact that the music was transporting me to different universe. And when I played the songs that I liked, I was projecting myself, in a different world. But at the same time, the experience was really lonely. Most of the time, I was just in my bedroom. I was rehearsing the different pieces of homework that my teacher would have given me, and rarely was I playing with other people. I mean, I had like 20, 30 minutes catch up with my teacher every week, and that was the only time when I could actually really play with somebody. And then much later, actually a few years ago, I started learning the guitar, and I really enjoyed that instrument. And one of the initial reasons I went for the guitar was because it was a much more social instrument. I really pictured myself playing the guitar in a band with a bass player, maybe a keyboardist, and a singer. And well, it didn't turn out this way. First, because I run a startup and I don't have that much time. And second, I mean, finding actually people to play with, it's really hard. Sylvain kind of, promised me when we met that we were gonna play together, and that he would actually teach me, techniques, tricks, and that we would play
the
the
same
band.
with me.
I mean, we did this 3 times for 5 minutes at the office,
Yeah.
and you were the beta testers for the courses, which
Sure.
means you already spent over an hour in the last 2 years.
Yeah. So it just shows how hard it is actually to play with other musicians when music is not your job, and also when you are an adult, because it's different obviously for children or students where you have a bit more time. I mean, as an adult, you have to travel to a rehearsing studio, you have to find the people, which is really hard. Well, a lot of different problems. So I started actually playing with myself. I was playing the violin parts and then the guitar as accompaniments. And at some point I wanted actually to share it with my friends. So I went online, I was trying to, shoot videos of myself playing one, then the other, and putting them together. And it would take me the entire weekend actually to do that. First to learn my parts, then to record myself, and usually, the first shot.
3, 4, 5 times.
Exactly, 3, 4, 5 times, 10 times. And then downloading a software to actually try to match the 2 videos together, make sure they are synced. Oh, I've done it once, sent it to my friends, and that's all. But I would love to do it again. I'm waiting for play.
Yeah, my story is close from Flore's experience on the harshness of creating this kind of video, because I saw both of my parents are musicians, especially so my father is in a lot of bands. He's a singer and a guitarist, and he is in a work band in I think 2 or 3 bands with his work, in a band with his music school. So he has bands with a lot of people, and when the pandemic started, also they tried concerts, videos, and he really is the kind of guy that will try a lot to do something. And I just saw him several times having such a huge recording studio at home, taking the whole living room, just record himself, then switch computers, try 1, 2, 3 softwares to get videos together, and then the audio was crappy, and he had to do something with the audio to master it. But and then he passed this to another guy, because there were 3 to 5, 6 people in the band, and it was kind of fun, kind of sad to watch, because it was this huge mess of technology, this big ball of things working partly, and from a tech point of view, it was like, how do you still do it, even if it's such a pain, I can say.
There must be a solution.
Yeah. And I saw also my stepfather and my mother. Also my stepfather plays a lot of instruments: piano, guitar, bass, drums, and my mother likes to sing with him. But most of the time it's lonely. So they live in the countryside, my stepfather was like, I'm not the only one who knows how to correctly play an instrument in the 60 kilometers around me. There must be someone else, but how do I meet him? How do I find them? And I was also like, well, it kind of sucks that you can only enjoy yourself, even if the music is a personal journey. It's fun to do it with others, to play with other people. So seeing those two experiences and with what Flore and Sylvain wanted to build, I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's what we have to build. Because any musician with a bit of experience wants to play it, wants to do something with it. So.
Okay, I have a comment from Mr. Katia863 on YouTube saying, "Wow, very cool parents, Antoine. Always nice to have parents who play music too, and looking forward to trying out play." We also have a shout out from Mizuki Ikeda on LinkedIn saying congrats on play. And we apparently have a problem on Instagram Live. The sound is not going through, so I'm going to try to reconnect it, but we're still live on other platforms, so everything is great. Oh, we have a question from Mizuki Ikeda. How many people can be integrated in one song on Play?
That was actually a question.
Yeah, what's the question? Do we answer it now, or do I let you the...
Maybe you can answer it now.
Yeah, I'll tell the story now.
Yeah. So, musically speaking, you're supposed to play one track of a score. Technically speaking, you can be how many you want. So we will design tracks where we will design sheet music with 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks.
8.
And
that one that you play with your keys, and that one that you can do everything on.
Or just clapping.
So it will be a humanly sized sheet arrangement, but we will build it so that you can be 2 or 3 to play the same track and be arranged in the same video. So the real answer is
endless.
Exactly.
So as many as you want.
After, so you still have to take a bit of screen real estate in the video. So perhaps there will be a limit around 100, 1,000. Yeah.
In the trailer, I believe we fit 28 people on that screen.
Yeah.
And well,
it starts to be a bit
packed, but well, maybe we can have rolling editing at that point when we have 200 people in the same video. We'll do the special edit when the day that we have a video with 200 participants, we'll do the edit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So let's have another question. For Antoine, when is Play going to be released?
So with what we currently have available to us, we expect to open the private beta with you guys who participated in the Kickstarter. We'll talk a bit about that later. We expect to release the private beta by Christmas, so it will be a nice end of year gift, Christmas gift. After that, we plan to do around 3 months of private beta and open the whole website and the whole experience around spring 2022. That will be adjusted if we have other issues, but that's kind of the plan. So in 2 months, a usable version, and in 5 to 6, something that will be the full experience.
Great. We have a question from Mr. Katia863 on YouTube. Who chooses the rhythm and pace for the song, fast or slow? Is it the first player?
That's part of the questions that we have not answered.
But partially.
Because of course it really depends on how people want to use the app. For now, the basic idea was, of course, there is one tempo that the arrangement has been written for. And if you play it too slow, it's going to be bizarre. But I remember actually having gigs where the point of the gig was to play everything really, really slow. And we would take very famous tunes like from Michael Jackson and play them at 45 BPM, which was a personal challenge as a musician, but also pretty fun for the audience, because getting in that mood where everything is played really slow was fun. And of course, a lot of musicians would play the other game in order to show off how fast can you play this. So I guess the guy who starts the video will get the right to pick the tempo.
For now, that's the tempo of the.
For now, it's the tempo of the score, but that's going to be an option that's easy to handle if you like that.
So
Our
since
beta testers will have a huge influence on the shape of the product.
Exactly.
As we designed the product for now with what we currently have on Jellynote, and we expect things to change. So we have feedback.
So how do we become a beta tester of Play?
Okay, let's still explore this one. You become a beta tester by participating in the Kickstarter, starting. So you have different, how do you say, palier?
Different rewards.
Rewards,
Yeah.
Rewards levels, and you are given the access to the beta with the €30 level.
Yes, exactly. It's called the player reward.
Yeah, the player reward.
Maybe Sylvain, you can explain what Kickstarter is, just
Yes,
for
sure.
Yeah.
who are not very
What is
familiar
the
with.
Kickstarter, and
What
why
is
are we on
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter?
I guess we should have somebody from Kickstarter say that I might not use the
They
correct
should
words.
sponsor us. Seriously.
Hashtag
I think
Kickstarter.
I have not read the marketing booklet, and I should in order to speak in their name. It's basically a crowdfunding platform, which means anybody who wants to release a new product, something that is cool, but that cannot exist without knowing that people want it, can go to Kickstarter and release the product if there are enough people interested. So the idea is that people who are interested in the product, who want this to happen, who want Play to exist, can come to Kickstarter, support us, and with that Kickstarter, we'll know that the community of people who want to use Play is big enough, and we also have some funding enough to start the project for real. Because of course, really making Play happen, it's not only the beta that we're releasing in Christmas, it's most of all the 6 months afterwards, but a whole huge part of development and feedback and process of finding more people who want to use it is going to happen. And Kickstarter enables this, finding this first community of people who really want the product to exist. And I guess that's you guys. So you can come to Kickstarter and tell us that you want Play to exist just by chipping in what you can and supporting us. You'll see there are plenty of rewards, but that's I don't know all of the rewards by heart.
There are so many of them that I actually
Wrote them down.
wrote them down so that I don't forget.
So can you explain us more about the rewards?
Exactly. So just so that people understand, Kickstarter is not like you donate money to a charity. First you actually donate. You give money for a project to exist because you really believe in it and you actually want to use the product that's being developed. And
of course, you're getting the product
because you're getting the product at the end. But obviously, we want to thank you for your contribution, and so we have different rewards depending on actually which reward level you choose to get. And so we have actually we have the roadie, we named all our rewards based on people in the band. So you could be the roadie, you could be the backup singer, you could be a player, a conductor, a composer, an influencer, and last one, rockstar.
Speaking of Rockstar, we have a question about one of the rewards. Can one of the rewards be a dinner with the CEO?
Oh my god! Wow, is somebody asking me on the
Yes,
here?
yes, apparently so.
Okay. Well, we actually had a joke with Sylvain a week ago saying that, oh, maybe in one of the rewards we should put as, if you actually get this reward, you get a date with whoever in the Jellynote team that you would like to be on a date with.
So I'm the father of 2 kids. So I'm really a bad pick here.
But so actually in the so starting from the influencer reward, you get invited to our launch party in Paris, and so you get 2 tickets actually to the launch party. As an influencer, you also get invited to the VIP table with the team and with some special guests, like some artists that we'll tell you about later on. And as on the Rockstar Reward, well, you actually do get a private lunch with the entire team on top of everything you get, from the other rewards. And also on the Rockstar one, we also offer you a 2-night stay in Paris, so that you can really come with us to the launch party.
So there is a dinner.
So there is a dinner
with the CEO.
There is a dinner with the CEO. Let's get to know each other first before deciding whether we want to be, like one-on-one dinner. Otherwise, it's gonna be with me and the team.
We also have an interesting question about Play.
Yeah.
Not the rewards, not the Kickstarter, but Play itself. Would it be possible to add dancing videos on a song on Play?
To add what? Sorry.
Dancing videos.
Well, actually, in terms of the sheet music that we plan to put in Play, we are still thinking of having the product evolve later on. For now, it's always relying on sheet music, but maybe some of the musicians out there know the concept of lead sheet. And lead sheet is going to be basically the free play. You're not told what you should do. The only thing you get is a graphical reference of what's happening. And this, for now, is a basic piece of, it's the lead sheet. And of course, you can dance. You get to do whatever you want. So if you disrespect music, we're not going to be angry. You're given a piece of, you're given your part, but you're not supposed to respect it.
Hashtag do not respect the sheet.
You will basically have
the frame.
Yes, the frame with the tempo and the duration of the sheet music. So you can be. So that's that's the constraints we keep to be able to automatically build other videos and mash you up with others on the same score. So that will be your only constraints. You will have to dance for 3 minutes and at the given tempo, and that's all.
And I'm a guitar player, so I know exactly what guitar players do with sheet music. They usually just pretend they read, which doesn't really make a difference if you're dancing in front of it.
And they use it to have a lot of weight in their backpack.
So how many, let's get back to the rewards. How many rewards in total do we have?
Well, I just counted them. I forgot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 different levels, and I just wanted to talk about the reward that's one of my favorites because I'm definitely getting it, and I'm backing the Kickstarter to get it because there is no corruption here, which is a poster of your favorite song in sheet music, and the poster is gonna be 40 centimeters times 60. So if you take this piece of paper, which is A4, so this is like 30. So 60 is actually double, so it's like here, and 40 is like here. So it's like, you know, that size poster of your favorite sheet music in place colors, which seriously look really, really good. It's like a real piece of art, and I'm super excited about it because I've already thought about it for a long time, and I'm getting it for myself as a Christmas present.
Because there actually was sheet music written for the trailer to exist. So the music that's played in the trailer was written and sent out to every influencer who helped us achieve the trailer. And we're actually printing the first test poster with popcorn from the trailer.
Exactly. So you actually
we'll show it for real soon enough.
Hopefully on Friday. Can't promise, but hopefully on Friday. So that's one of the rewards. We have different other rewards as well. We have a conductor baton, which is one of Morgan's favorite. So basically the conductor baton is going to be engraved with play and also in place colors as well. So you can imagine, you know, you can play the conductor in front of other people. And
we should add that option in play. Conductor.
Exactly. Yeah. And in terms of other physical rewards, you also get an ocarina in one of the levels that's in the colors of play. So if you don't actually have an instrument yet, well, time to learn the ocarina, and you can just, you know, blow in it, and it's gonna make great sounds. So those are the physical rewards. That's, you know, kind of different levels. But you also have some digital rewards. And obviously, the one that's the most important for us is the beta access to play and to the entire team, because we'll be there to listen to what you want play to look like. Because we're building this for you. I mean, for us as well, obviously, but for all the musicians out there that are gonna play with us. And so, you know, as a beta tester, you will be, you know, like you will have exclusive access to the entire team. You'll be, you know, given access to the to play before anyone else, before the public version, and you will also be able to decide on the songs that are gonna appear on play.
Because for now we have to pick the first songs ourselves. So
how many songs are there?
So the songs that we have prepared, we're still finalizing some parts, the ones, especially the ones for keys or cups, or extending a bit this. I guess we can add the conductor part, which I really don't know how I would write, but no. I guess I just kept the whole sheet music. That might crash. Well, sorry. So we have selected half and half. Basically, really mainstream hits that everybody loves, and that's the fun side. And that's roughly 25 songs that we've selected that are YouTube's top hits in the past 20 years, and the ones that people still keep listening to, like at a weekly rate. So I guess you'll find one of your personal favorites in there. And on the other side, we're trying to cover the songs that everybody on their instrument has learned. I mean, if you have learned flute as a kid in music school, and then you don't play it that often, I'm pretty sure that it happens to you to take the flute out of a drawer, and then you think, oh, what can I still play? And that song you probably share with a lot of other flutists, and that song we try to have it already on the platform, so that when you jump in, there is something that you already know how to play. But this doesn't make for the whole catalog, and so we hope that we reach the different
tiers
of the Kickstarter, and the more we get budget for this from the Kickstarter, and the more songs we'll add to the catalog. And those songs, you get to decide which they will be. So we will have polls, and you'll be able to upvote your favorite songs to add to the catalog. And that's 50 new songs added for each tier.
And I just want to invite you to watch our series on YouTube and TikTok called how to arrange a song. Basically, we have two of our arrangers, Ricky and Tom, who explain the process of writing sheet music for a lot of different instruments. For example, Ricky, she actually explained how she turned a Eminem song, I mean obviously a rap song, into something that's playable by 6 different instruments, including the piano and the bass and the guitar, which are things that you wouldn't expect. And Tom, he arranges like Ed Sheeran songs, etc., for say like a band of different instruments. So that's really interesting. Maybe just 2 other rewards that I haven't told you about that are digital again. One actually is a masterclass with our Sylvain here about music is everywhere. And so it's going to be, digital online masterclass where Sylvain is going to explain to a select number of people who have actually backed up, who have chosen that reward, about how you can make sound and music with everyday objects, like just clapping hands, with keys, with your own body. Exactly.
Maybe not that one.
Maybe
We said I should do a tutorial for
Yeah,
that
the
video.
secret ingredient is violence.
Censored.
So, will there be, this is a technical question for Antoine, will there be a mobile version of the app?
This is a tricky one. The mobile version, we really would like to do it, and it will be the next step once we release the website version. So the website version is easier to develop, to deploy, to fix, and once we got it covered up, we will move to the app version, because obviously half of the users will be on the mobile version, and filming yourself is always easier with with a phone. So there will be one. I think it's if we hit 400% goal on Kickstarter, and it will be. So if we hit this goal, we will start it as soon as possible. Else, it will be after we release the public version.
And question from a user, Bolt Strummer from YouTube. Do I play with other people or with a score?
So that's depending on where you start. Because obviously if you're the first one playing, starting a play, then you'll be on your own, which means that you won't be playing with a band yet. And you'll have to wait for others to join so that you see them playing with you. And at that point, you will be virtually playing with the band. But if you're joining a band, then you might disregard the sheet music and just rely on what the band has played before. So let's say there are already 3 parts that have been played, and you'd rather play by ear, listening to what's been done before. That's going to be possible, of course. But if it disturbs you, you can shut the band down and record from the sheet music, because that's available too.
So we have covered all the questions from our users.
Okay, maybe I haven't talked about the last reward. Yes, I told you there are a lot of them. You'll have fun reading about them. So the last digital reward is actually a interview and a discussion friendly chat with one of the influencers who's been a very big supporters of Play and who's been working with us for a while, and that you can see actually on the trailer video. So fully frankly, he will be having a chat with the people who choose that reward and tell them about actually how what was his journey as an influencer, how he built his following on TikTok, YouTube, on Instagram. He has a massive following actually, and helping you out as well in your journey. And that reward, surprisingly, it's called the Influencer Reward.
Surprisingly, that's the one that you got interested
I'm definitely getting it. The masterclass.
And so to end our live stream, I would like to thank all of our viewers and the patient ones on Instagram. Instagram has been bugging all along, and the sun has been disappearing on and off.
Oh,
So for
we
those.
we have to shout.
No, but for those who want to hear what we were saying on Instagram, if you hear me on Instagram, you can rewatch the live stream on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. So all of your questions that you wrote to us, we shared them, we answered to them. So we.
Can I
Yes.
add something?
Yes, of
Sorry.
course.
I just want to talk about the last reward. And it's actually a early bird.
It's not a joke.
It's actually a real reward.
It's a real reward. We forgot.
Yeah, it's the early bird reward. So basically, our Kickstarter is going to be launched publicly on this Friday, the 12th at 6 p.m. Paris time.
No stress at all.
No stress at all. Yeah. But we have a special early bird reward.
Yeah, and the newsletter.
Exactly, for the people who have subscribed to our newsletter. And so please go to jellynote.com. On the homepage, you will see a button called Be the First to Know. Click on it, enter your email address, and you will actually get notified before anyone else, actually tomorrow, about the launch of the Kickstarter. And you will be able, to grab the early bird reward that's very limited and that's only available for a given time.
And nobody is wearing it, so
But you'll see us on Friday with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are early birds.
So next time we'll be online. We'll be live on Friday at 6 p.m. Paris time. So it's 5 p.m. GMT and 1 p.m. EST. So stay tuned for updates. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. Follow us on all social media, and see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.